This is the Brown Boy Wonders podcast.
Hey guys, it's the Brown Boy Wonder podcast. In today's episode, we're going to talk about Week 15 of the NFL. I'm here with the guys. Tyren, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Misbah, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well, bro. How about you?
Dude, I'm feeling terrible. But Steven, how are you doing?
I'm feeling good, but that made me feel bad.
No, it's okay, it's okay. But but let's talk about Week 15 of the NFL. But let's talk about who made it to the playoff spot, who is clinched. So far we have Baltimore Ravens, Philadelphia Eagles, San Francisco 49ers, and Dallas Cowboys. The ones who are eliminated are the New England Patriots, Tennessee Titans,
That's
the
right.
Panthers, Arizona Cardinals, Washington Commanders, and the New York Jets.
Oh, the Jets.
Yeah, let's start with the Jets. Miami
That's
faced the
right.
Jets. Mispo, you take it away.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the week before we had the debacle against the Titans, so thankfully we were able to overcome that. There was the question mark of Tyreek being able to play or not, so looks like he wasn't able to go, but the good thing was that the team was able to find patterns in the offense and success in which Tyreek didn't play, so at least we know that if there is a point later deep in the season, if Tyreek isn't able to go, we can actually do something on offense. Jalen Waddle had a really nice game. I think it was a good collective effort. Defense played really well. Bradley Chubb made up for some mistakes from last week. But yeah, Jets kind of Zach Wilson got hurt, I think, during the middle of the game, but then that really got it going offensively. So overall, pretty dominant win, but now it really comes down to the hardest 3 game stretch of the season with the Ravens, the Cowboys, and the Bills. So that's going to determine who wins that division for sure. But yeah, overall, pretty good win. Pretty good win.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys have not been clinched to the playoffs.
Yeah, the Bills are on our heels, man. Can't say.
For the Jets, man, I'm just waiting for next season. The season is done. I don't know if Robert Saleh's gonna be fired or the offensive coordinator is gonna be fired. I don't know what's gonna happen in the offseason. Aaron Rodgers said he will. This is not his next season. Is not his last season. So he said 2 more years because he never did anything this season. Of course, only 4 plays in, he got hurt. So we'll see about the Jets. Hopefully for good things. But the Saints, you guys did a good matchup with against the Giants, man. How are you feeling, Tyron?
They're the Giants. I wasn't really impressed. We were supposed to win that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to win that game.
I mean, a lot of things can happen. You might lose to the Giants, which is possible.
Well, then that would have if we would have lost to the Giants, our season most likely would have been over.
Yeah. Yeah, right now you're set on 7-7.
We're tied with the Buccaneers for the division leader at 7-7, which is terrible, but
Yeah.
here we are. Like I said, this is a theme. We win when Derek Carr doesn't turn the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked well to say that, he didn't have Michael Thomas or Chris Olave. Defense showed out. Granted, it's the Giants, but they still came through. So yeah, good all around win for the Saints. Hopefully we can keep this up.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't scared of Tommy DeVito?
Absolutely not.
Oh, come on. Well, you're gonna face the Rams. What are you thinking there?
The Rams don't really scare me. It's just Derek Carr who does.
Hmm.
I don't know which one we're gonna get.
I mean, right now he's looking good. He's driving the car, 218 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, what can you ask for? He's doing good.
For him to keep playing like that.
Yeah,
I see what he did there. I'm not gonna entertain him.
Well, Taysom Hill, he went from 0 for 1. I don't know what play he did, but he wasn't involved in this game.
He didn't have to be because Derek Carr wasn't a liability.
True. I
People were
mean, they
dropping
did
the
make those.
ball.
They make like those wild card plays, but I guess he wasn't. They weren't doing those type of plays for this game.
Usually, you'll see more of those gadget plays when Derek Carr is iffy, just to to keep the ball moving. But since Derek Carr wasn't having a problem, Taysom, you know, we ran the
Yeah.
ball well. We did well over the air. We really utilized our tight ends, and like I said, our defense was playing well. So we really didn't need Taysom to save our offense like he normally does.
Gotcha. Well, the Rams are against you guys next week, so we'll see what happens. I forgot to mention about Miami's against the Cowboys. Misbah, are you worried about that game, or are you feeling good about that?
A little bit worried, yeah. I mean, I just hope that our offensive line can keep up with the D line. We've had some injuries. Obviously, they have Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence, so that's going to be the matchup, I think. Big question mark's going to be if Tyreek is able to go. I think obviously Tyreek on any team would be a big help. So if Tyreek is able to go, I think we have a shot. As long as we can beat them on the line. The Bills are definitely destroying them in the run game as well. And Raheem Mostert, 20 touchdowns, I think, leading the league. So that'll be a big point of emphasis as well. So I do think definitely we have a shot. Tyreek makes it a lot easier though. But we'll see. We'll see. It'll be a good matchup, I think.
It'll be a great matchup. But Steven, man, your CJ Stroud got hurt. I think last week against. I think my Jets kind of made him injured. But yeah, you guys faced the Titans. You guys won. How are you feeling for that game?
It felt really good. Like I woke up to nothing but like the Oiler disrespect from the Titans fans. And I'm like, where did this come from all of a sudden? Where did this entitlement come from? You guys barely beat us every year. I can count on one hand how many times they beat us in the last 10 years. Like, really? Where's this coming from? And without Stroud, without our number one, number two receiver, defense banged up, we still won. Like, where's this entitlement coming from with Tennessee? I don't know.
I don't know, but your
But it
Case Keenum
felt
made.
good to come away with a win. In Case Keenum, he's undefeated against the Titans. So
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean, he made 229 yards, one touchdown, and of course one interception. But it doesn't matter. But you guys got the win. I believe you guys are. I believe you guys are facing not the Browns, but you guys are facing next week.
I actually don't know.
I forgot to. Once I forgot. I actually put the Browns on my notes here, but you guys are not facing the Browns. You guys are facing. Yeah, you guys are facing the Browns.
Yeah. Well,
Joe Flacco, man. Joe Flacco. Gotta watch out.
maybe.
Yeah, Joe Flacco.
He's healthy, but Flacco can make things happen still. He's
Yeah,
he
there's
can
like a big
he can throw.
resurgence with Joe Flacco. So
Well,
we'll see about that game.
his claim to fame is always his arm. He was always a big arm talent, kind of like Stafford,
Yeah.
except he's a less risk taker than Stafford. That's why he's been more stable with his career. Now he's not a starter anymore, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a Flacco fan, but I get why he's kind of washed now.
He's up there with like I don't know how old is he, but he's like up there around
He's a
Brady.
reliable backup.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's older now. I think he started in 07, 08.
Hey man,
He's up there.
I mean, you got a Super Bowl quarterback. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, they got a Super Bowl quarterback. But yeah, let's get into the questions here. So this is not a NFL question, but it's more of an NBA question. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Is Draymond Green's whole career over?
Ooh.
I wouldn't say that, but his legacy is definitely tarnished. I can say that.
Yeah.
I mean, was the center holding Draymond, or I mean, was that? I don't know what happened there. I don't think that was a reason to punch him like a roundhouse punch right there.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, looks like there's some history behind it. I mean, Draymond obviously multiple times tried to create had some kind of thing going on, but now it looks like they're actually trying to get him to counseling or whatever. And this kind of seems like the last straw. I think that if this doesn't work out, then they might actually think about him getting kicked out of the league, from what I've heard. So he's kind of on final behavior, I should say.
I'm shocked this took this long.
I know. I mean, earlier this season, he choked someone, so hopefully he
He's
gets.
such a distraction. He has been from the start of last year, and no improvement since then.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he gets better. Because right now the Warriors are 11, ranked 11 in their conference,
Yep.
so they're not doing so well. Back to NFL. Were Mahomes 100K and Andy Reid's 50K fines justified for criticizing the refs?
When I saw that, I was like, "Come on, NFL! Like that's outrageous.
That's way too much.
50K and 100K.
It's a lot.
Like the fines are justified, but the price, no, absolutely not. Like
Mm.
for speaking my mind, no, that's not cool. That's not fair.
Then again, it is like $50 to them. So do you want to compare that contract that Mahomes has?
True, but not to me, man. 100K?
Yeah,
That's
it is a
literally a
lot.
house.
Yeah, still like
So
$10 thing, but yeah.
Well, I guess so. But the next question is: should the refs decide a mercy rule? Because on that Thursday night football game, Chargers made 21 points while Raiders made 63. When is the line? When should we drop the line? Like, all right, this game's over.
Oh man, when the bell rings, I guess.
it's that's so rare to the point where it's not justified, but I had fun watching that.
Oh
If
my
it's my
goodness.
team, yes, like let's stop the game, please. I'm done. We're done.
I think like after 5 touchdowns, the game should be over. I mean, how can you come back from a 5 touchdown lead?
I mean, the Vikings did it last year.
We
Uh,
saw the Jaguars did it, and they
Yeah,
covered.
Not
thank
yeah.
God the
impossible, but
Chargers finally might their dying. I think that game did help the Chargers in helping them fire their coach and GM finally. It's been years coming,
They
fed
should have
up
been
the
fired
crowd.
after that playoff game, but
but they should have fired him. I feel like before that. But yeah, looks like that's the one good thing that came out of it.
Mhm.
So there's that.
For sure. I didn't remember about uh the Tom Brady Atlanta game, Super Bowl. They came back from that, but there's gotta be a line, I think. The next question is who deserves the MVP more, Brock Purdy or Lamar Jackson?
Purdy.
I saw a stat today that just threw me off. So Brock Purdy is
Yeah,
second
hmm
in
I saw the same thing.
he's second in yards, right? But he's
Mhm.
32nd or last in pass attempts.
Yeah, the same thing.
I'm
Damn.
just answering the
And,
question, but I think
and
McCaffrey should be MVP, in my opinion.
Oh, CMC.
Yes.
Hmm.
But based on this question, McCaffrey. I mean, I respect Lamar Jackson, but that defense, the Ravens defense, they figured it out. They deserve that number one spot so far, and I think they're gonna keep it.
you don't
Hmm.
think the same thing for the Niners?
I picked the Niners to win the Super
Oh, okay. I was about to say that because
Bowl.
their defense is a
No,
problem also.
they are. In my house, we call it the team of destiny. Like you can figure it out around week 10 or so, but that's the team that's gonna win it. About 8 out of 10 times. Sometimes you get a shocker, but more often than not, you can pretty much pick out the winner.
Yeah,
Gotcha. For
I
sure,
mean, I
but
like them way better than the Eagles. Eagles were
Yeah.
terrible last night.
Ravens and
speaking.
49ers going to play each other, though, so I feel like the MVP will be decided in that game.
hmm
Hmm. Well,
Oh, they do.
speaking of the Eagles, are they losing the confidence? They're doing so well in the beginning, but now they're just falling off towards the end.
Well, their secondary has been trash all year,
hmm
so that that plays a big part. Your defense can't, they can't sustain what their offense is doing. So
Mhm.
that's what keeps them behind or gets them behind. And then Jalen Hurts tries to play hero ball. I don't know what he was thinking last night.
Yeah,
He kept just
Throwing,
jacking it up to Brown every time, and he got 2 interceptions out of it. Like,
yeah,
what's
the
he
first
doing?
one was terrible because I'm not. Quez Watkins is okay, but I'm not throwing like a 50-yard bomb on first down to him.
Yeah,
they're rushing. They're rushing too much. Just they have like under a minute. They can just make those slants. I think Payne Manning said on the Manning cast, make the slants. Just get that field goal, get the tie.
Yeah.
But Jalen just dropping those deeps.
No, they would have
So
won the game with the field goal.
No, I
yeah,
think they were tied, right? Or
I
no?
thought I thought it was like 2017.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think so.
was
I think
it?
they were tied. I think they were tied it.
I
They
think
Okay,
tied it,
well, yeah,
Still,
well, they would have tied it, and
he'll go for the tie.
but still, I
I
mean,
didn't get that. And he threw it in double coverage at that. Like
Mhm.
I didn't.
yeah. I heard Jalen Hurts was really sick though before the game, so I don't know if that
yeah,
factored in.
he had an illness. But maybe he got a fog in his head, so I don't know. He was doing something there.
A little bit of hero ball, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, he is
Definitely.
Jalen. Jalen Hurts has live sports. Hulu have live sports, so he's that guy. The
Right.
next question is Baker Mayfield the next Tom Brady?
What kind of
No.
question is this?
I
Oh,
mean,
what?
he is showing how to play ball in the
That was
Buccaneers.
a good game, though. I'll give him that. But
He
I don't know, man.
inherited a good team, but I mean, look what Brady did with that same team.
Mhm.
Yeah, the thing is, the Baker, it's like, I always blame him for kind of ruining Odell a bit with the Browns. I'll never get over that. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Odell was kind of being held back a little bit in the Browns, and he started popping off with the Rams a bit later on. I always think of Baker as like a good quarterback, but I don't know. Like eventually, he always does something to kind of bring me back down. Like in the beginning of the season, the Buccaneers were like 3-0. Then they went like on a 4-game losing streak, and now they're back on top of the division. But I can see them getting to sneaking into the playoffs and getting decimated in the wild card round.
Mm-hmm.
So Blake would have to prove it to me. If he can make a deep playoff run, then I'll give him some more respect.
Gotcha. Well, Baker's gonna bake. He's gonna bake something really good. Uh,
Yeah, some turnovers.
yeah, he did. He did. But
Eventually. Yeah.
I I don't know. When I see him, I'm like, all right, he's heading. He's doing headbutts with helmets. I mean, he's feeling it.
He had a good game, though. I'll give him that. That was a
It
really
was a
good
good
game.
game.
Dangerous, yes.
The next question is, which team needs the first draft pick for 2024 more? Any
Hmm.
team.
The New
Any
England
team.
Patriots.
Oof, them and then the Carolina Panthers. I mean, well, then again, they're
They're
gonna lose it to Bears.
they're
Yeah,
not.
so
They have the yeah. They gave their pick to the Bears,
yeah, so there's it's done for that. Honestly, the Bears got a steal. They got DJ Moore and a number one pick.
They got lucky that for that one.
and if they get the first pick, they might trade Fields and get more assets from that.
I was always wondering, do they get rid of Fields and draft Caleb Williams first, or
Caleb is
keep
way
Fields and
better.
draft Marvis and Harrison?
I would.
But
Caleb,
but if you
what?
draft Marvin Harrison, you get DJ Moore and Marvin Harrison with Justin Fields. But
What is the
also,
chance that they get the first two picks if the Panthers keep? Well, they won. So, but anyways,
mm, maybe if
there's a chance they can get the first and the second pick.
they do that, would be crazy. Yeah, let's see.
So Caleb's the first pick.
Most likely, yeah, I would say.
Hmm.
I really want Harrison to be the first pick.
Definitely the best wide receiver by far.
I so amazed by his talent.
He
And
looks good.
He's 6'4".
He's like his
Also,
dad, but like more
Athletic, I think.
athletic. Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, he's taller than me. The last question is,
Everyone's
so
taller than you.
yeah, everyone's taller than me. But the last question is, so you know how in the first half you have 3 timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I feel like the new rule or the new I guess like new thing for the next season they should add is the remaining timeouts you have in the first half will carry over to to the second half. So for example, if you not use any of the timeouts in the first half, those 3 timeouts are gonna be in your second half. So you'll have 6 timeouts in the second half. You think that's a good idea?
That's too many.
I don't know about that. The game will be so prolonged.
That prolongs the game.
It'll be like a 5-hour game.
Maybe
I feel like
getting
that's
your timeout, like a fourth, that'd be cool, but 6 is
No.
way.
I can see a fourth. I don't know about 6 though. I feel like that'll kind of stall the game too long.
But I feel like it will help the teams just to just to breathe throughout the whole game.
Can you imagine a 2 minute a 2 minute drill
6 timeouts.
6.
and
That'll be a
and
whole quarter.
and each team has 6 timeouts?
Oh,
That'll be a 5th quarter right there.
Can you imagine how long and how many commercial breaks we'd be getting?
That's too
that is true. That is true. Well, I'm trying to benefit the game for the players, but for us, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I would say maybe for them might be better. I don't know about us.
I mean, do you want to see an 8-hour Super Bowl? I want to see that.
No.
I don't know about that.
Well, it is the playoffs in fantasy for at least this week or the next week. So we have about 2 more weeks of fantasy football in the playoffs. So let's get into our fantasy starts of week 16. For quarterback here, do you guys start Joe Flacco against the Texans?
Ooh, maybe.
Maybe it's
Do you have other options?
That's my only option.
As a
Oh.
flex, yes, but if you have better options, go with something else.
yeah. I say agree.
Gotcha. Well, for running back, he's a big waiver wire for this week. Do you start Ty Chandler against the Lions?
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning
They
towards.
they
against-
looked great against the run last week, and that's hard.
Yeah, I don't know about the one to be honest.
Anyone?
Maybe? I don't know.
All right.
Maybe.
All right.
That's a maybe for me.
I'll go with no.
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably
I mean, for those people who are thinking about it, we don't know. For wide receiver, do you guys start any Jets wide receivers against the Commanders?
I don't even know. I mean,
I
who's
mean,
playing
it's-
quarterback? I don't even know anymore.
It's if Wilson's playing, then I mean, if he's starting, then he'll start him. If he's not playing, it'll be Trevor Simeon.
Yeah, it doesn't really help. The
I would
case.
start Garrett
Yeah.
Wilson. That's it, because the Commanders secondary is the worst in the NFL.
It is. Yeah, it is.
They are 32 ranked, so pretty bad.
Yeah.
Just Wilson, yeah.
Garrett Wilson.
Just
All right.
Garrett Wilson.
Just Garrett Wilson. All right. No Randall Cobb. No Randall Cobb here.
No.
Okay.
No, sir.
I forgot he was on the
Uh,
team.
No, I mean he made that. He made his first touchdown. I'm proud of him.
He did.
As a Jet.
Yeah. As far into the season, yeah, no.
Hey. For the flex spot, do you guys start Zay Flowers against the 49ers?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. As
For
a flex option, yeah.
Yeah, for flex. For tight end, do you guys start Jawan Johnson against the Rams?
The Rams suck against tight ends, so maybe. But Olave practiced today, so I don't know.
So it's,
I don't know.
you got to give me an answer. You got to yes or no.
Do
For
you
the
have any
fans are
other
listening and
options?
need help.
Do you have any other options at tight end?
That's the only option.
Oh, you're killing me.
That's a
Where's
rough
the
one.
depth on your team? What is this?
Yeah, what?
No, I'm just picking for those who or had these players. I'm just saying, like, man, maybe they don't.
Who
Might not
submitted
start.
players?
Oh, this is not my team. This is
You
not my
said
team.
Joe Flacco, Ty Chandler, and now Jawan Johnson.
You're picking bottom of the barrel guys here. What's going on?
I mean, people might have these players. They don't know if they want to start them or not.
Probably, but not all of them.
No one's
There's-
starting Jawan Johnson.
There's
in
no
the
way
playoffs.
they're in the playoffs.
I can tell you that.
Well, maybe it's a 20-man league. You never know. They might be in the playoffs and they have Jawan Johnson.
You never
Who
know,
knows?
man.
20-man leagues.
The answer is no. They don't have these players.
Man.
Well, for kicker, do you start Jason Sanders against the Cowboys?
Jason Sanders.
That's the one kicker in the league I don't like.
No.
Ooh, well, why don't you like him?
The Dolphins go for it on fourth down a
Yeah,
lot.
Dolphins
That's
are
true.
boom or bust with their points. They're not going to settle for field goals. No.
Yeah, that is a lot of fourth down conversions or non-conversions. They go for it a lot.
Gotcha. Well, for defense, I think this is an upset for me
Here
if
we
they
go.
win against them. But do you guys start the Raiders against the Chiefs? The Raiders
Hmm?
defense.
Did you say they were upset alert?
I think that's my upset alert. Let's bring that in here. My upset for this week is the Raiders beating the Chiefs.
No
Mm.
way.
No.
But do you
No
start their
way.
do you start their
I
defense
mean, he
against
has
the
a
Chiefs?
point. The way the Chiefs been playing recently, the way Kadarius Tony's been playing.
They're
The
hot.
Chargers played against me last week, and
Yeah.
they have Mahomes this week. So
I don't
that's
know.
quite a different. That's a
There was a
jump.
point in that game where the Patriots were actually beating the Chiefs. So I mean,
That's true.
doesn't get worse than that.
Yeah, that was when the game
I
started.
don't think the Raiders will win, but I still think there's a chance.
Absolutely not.
We'll
This is
see.
The Chiefs are not on
Mahomes.
upset alert.
This is Mahomes, 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. Not gonna
Mahomes has lost how many games to this division in his whole career?
like 2,
They lose to the
Yeah.
Broncos this season.
2 or 3.
Lost to Russell Wilson
Yeah,
this season.
that's like one of the 2 games he lost.
Mm,
You don't lose
Well,
in the division.
we'll see.
sure.
We'll see.
We'll see. But I'm gonna make another upset of the week. My second
Ooh,
upset of the week:
What do we got?
Please do.
the Panthers are gonna beat the Packers.
Oh,
Pick another one, please.
No.
Third
Oh,
time.
yeah, they
man.
beat the
charm.
Falcons, but yeah, I don't think they'll beat the Packers.
Hmm.
Although that I don't know what the Falcons are doing. This man, Arthur Smith, needs to figure something out.
I mean, you know how usually, okay, for example, the Vegas Raiders, they beat a lot of teams with their, you know, their head coach. I mean, not their head coach, their interim head coach, and they kept winning games. So I think the Chargers are going to be the same, and they're going to beat the Bills.
My man, Antonio Pierce.
Okay, that's
Am I going? Too
let's all
far?
calm down.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's calm down. Let's calm
This
down.
is-
They just gave
Yeah.
63 to the Raiders. Yeah, they're cooked. They're fried.
Well,
Yeah, Josh Allen might put 100 on him.
Yeah, they might
Ooh.
get completely murked.
okay, but my upset is Raiders again will beat the Chiefs. They'll be done so.
Okay.
I can see it. I don't think it's happening, but I can see it.
All right, but that's it for week 16 of the NFL. But yeah, Steven, where can the people find you, man?
They can find me here. They can find me Saturday. Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Misbah, where can the audience find you?
Same as usual, man. Misbah G6 on IG.
Just like fly like a G6. I like it. Tyren, I know your handle, but I want you to say for me. How
Yeah.
do the people find you?
Y'all can find me at the Tyren on Instagram.
D.
The title. I liked it. I like it. Well, till then, all I gotta say is Raiders beating the Chiefs.
The Raiders.
Voice crack on the snap.
You heard that hi by Kirk Cousins. It means it is time for our Week 16 weekly pick'ems. I am here with Wally. Wally, how are you doing today, man?
I'm chilling, brother. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good. What do you have, man? Do you have the record for last week?
Of course I do, brother. Let me recap it. Abrar, you finished with a 9-6 record.
Oh, I like that.
Good. You got that the prior week as well. So stacking them up.
Yeah.
But for myself, I also got the 9-6 record again.
Oh.
Why do we keep tying, man? This is insane.
Okay. Well, I might I might pick someone differently then. You know. Hopefully I'll take the lead for this week.
We shall see. All right, let's get into it. Thursday night matchup. We have the Saints at the Rams. Abrar, who do you have here?
Um, this is actually a toss-up because I feel like anybody could win here. I feel like I'm just gonna go with the Saints. I think Derek Carr has it rolling now because he used to be really bad a few weeks ago, but now he's rolling into it. I'm picking the Saints here.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I really like Matthew Stafford and Cooper Cup's connection here. Last week they showed it off against the Commanders. I expect them to do that again back at home. Rams for me. Next up, we got the Bengals against the Steelers, a Saturday matchup. Abrar, who do you got?
I got the Bengals here. I think Steelers defense is whack, so I'm just picking the Bengals here. What about you?
This seems like a game the Bengals should win,
Yeah.
but this also seems like a game the Steelers would rebound with. So I'm picking the Steelers here. Home
Okay.
field advantage. I feel like Jake Browning his magic might come to an end here. Steelers always have the other quarterback's number, so I'm gonna go with Steelers here.
All right, bet. So the next game we have is the Bills against the Chargers. Who do you got?
Bills keep stacking them up against Dallas last week. That was very defining moment of their season. Chargers, they're on a dismal. They fired their head coach. Usually teams who fire their head coach have some sort of ammunition for next week, but I think Bills are too powerful here. I'm going with the Bills.
Okay, so I was initially picking the Bills, but I feel like you remember the Raiders. Their interim head coach. They're doing pretty good with them, right? So they're winning. So maybe the Chargers will do the same. Then I said no. Chargers bad. I'm gonna go with the Bills here. The next game is the Commanders versus the Jets.
I'm gonna go with Jets here. I like their defense against the Commanders.
Mhm.
Commanders don't seem to have too much going on from their defensive side. I expect the Jets to use Brees Hall about 30 times. I'm gonna go Jets here in a ground and pound effort, like at MetLife.
Right. Yeah. The only good thing about the Jets so far is their defense. Nothing else. So I'm also picking the Jets as well. The next game is the Lions and Vikings. Who do you got, man?
Ooh, this is a interesting matchup.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a trap game for the Lions. Vikings seems pretty comparable. Last week against the Bengals. Tough one here, but I think Lions are gonna pull through. Last second game winner by the Lions here.
You said it might be a trap. Well, I don't listen to trap music, so that means I'm going with the Vikings. I think their defense is doing so well. Maybe the Lions might crumble here, so I'm picking the Vikings here. The next game is the Browns and the Texans.
Ooh, we don't know if CJ Stroud is playing,
No.
but I did like what Davis Mills has been doing the past week or so. But I like Joe Cool a lot better. He's been putting up numbers with this Browns team
Yeah.
that no one saw coming. I see the Browns with their defense packing on the road. I think they're gonna pull through.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you as well. I think Joe Cool, not Joe Burrow, but Joe Flacco is going to take over the Texans as well. The next game is Go Packs Go. Packers against the Panthers.
Packers need a win here to stay relevant in the playoff competition.
Mhm.
Panthers got a nice win last week, but I don't expect them to continue that. I'm gonna go with the Packers here.
Well, I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm looking for an upset over here. I'm gonna go with the Panthers. You know what is they can lose? You know, maybe their season. They lost their season. So what's to lose, man?
You've been on the Panthers bandwagon for I guess almost every week now. Do you have some sort of inkling towards the Panthers?
I just want a bad team to do good. How's that bad, man? I just want them to be good.
Next up, we got the Seahawks at the Titans. Abrar, who do you have here?
Dude, from Monday Night Football, man, not Geno Smith, but Drew Lock. He knows how to play the game. So I'm going with the Seahawks against the Titans. What about you?
I'm gonna have to agree with you here. I like what I saw with Drew Lock, although I think Geno Smith should be back.
Yeah,
They're
he should be.
starting to hit their stride for a late season playoff push. I like the Seahawks here as well. Next up, we got the Colts at the Falcons.
I cannot name you one Colts player that's good because Michael Pittman's hurt. I don't think the Minshew, whoever their quarterback is going to perform well. So I'm going with the Falcons. What about you?
I can never trust the Falcons, to be honest.
Really?
Even though Bijan is on my fantasy team, I'm gonna go with Colts here. I like Gardner Minshew, his moxie, his swagger, that flow of hair just flowing down his eyebrows and shit. So I'm gonna go with the Colts.
I do like
go,
his.
Colts, go.
I do like his mustache. I do want to grow that type of mustache. But the next game is the Jaguars versus the Buccaneers. What are you feeling here?
I'm feeling kind of the Buccaneers. I'm feeling kind of dangerous right now, right? I just
Ooh.
woke up. I'm gonna go with shake and bake, baby, at home in the upset against the Jaguars.
Oh, so you're picking the Buccaneers?
I'm
Baker
picking
Mayfield.
Hell yeah, Buccaneers, baby.
All right. Well, I think Baker is gonna bake something really bad. So I'm going with the Jaguars. I think Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, they're doing well. We saw that last week games was they were kind of iffy there, but I think they're gonna get back rolling with the Jaguars here. The next game, it's gonna be a good one here. It's the Cowboys against the Dolphins.
This has blowout written all over it. If Tyreek Hill can go, I expect him to be the Dolphins to win by 30. If not, probably by 20. I don't trust the Cowboys on the road at all. They're a home team. I just see Miami being too dominant late in the stretch. I'm going to go with Tua and the Finns here.
Yeah, I agree with you as well. I think Cowboys don't know how to play against good teams. They can play against bad teams, but I understand that. But they can't play against good teams. I'm going also with the Miami Falcons, the Miami Dolphins. The next game is the Cardinals against the Bears.
Irrelevant game. Bears playing at home. I'm gonna go Bears here. I like Justin Fields. He did some nice things last week. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bears.
Yeah, it's also another toss-up for me here, but it's a bad toss-up because I really don't want to watch this game. But if you're picking Bears, I need to take the lead, right? I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. That's my only explanation here. The next game is Sunday night football. It is the Patriots against Broncos country. Let's ride the Broncos.
I'm gonna go with Broncos too. Patriots have no sense of offense. Broncos defense is pretty solid. Plus playing at home too. I expect Russ to cook. Next up, we got the Raiders at the Chiefs.
Whoa! I didn't say my thing.
Oh.
Don't worry. Let's hold our horses here. You're picking Broncos, you said?
Yes.
Well, I'm picking the Patriots. Another
No
upset
way,
here.
please.
I'm picking two upsets in this week. I don't do that, but I'm picking two upsets here. There's, of course, Patriots. They don't have anything to gain from this, but just to win. So I'm picking the Patriots here. Go ahead with the next game, man.
We got the Raiders at the Chiefs on a Monday 1 p.m. slot. Bro, who do you got here?
I know the Chiefs are amazing. They have Taylor Swift with them. The power of Taylor Swift. But, freaking Raiders made 63 points last week. They're going to do that to the Chiefs. So I'm picking the Raiders here.
Ooh, I like the bold prediction. Although I think the Chiefs are going to win. They're not going to be losing on Christmas Day. What do you mean? Raiders are going to score close to 0 this game as well. I'm going to go Chiefs.
Okay, the head coach, Antonio Pierce, is going to say, ho, ho, ho. The next game is another Monday night game.
That's pretty bold of you.
Hey, ho, ho, ho.
Whoa, don't do it again.
I gotta say it the other time. Ho, ho,
Giants and Eagles, 4:30 Monday. Who we got here, bro?
So Eagles struggling. I don't know what's going on with them. They're doing very good in the beginning of the season. Now they're just messing up like the Jets. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I know I contradict myself, but I think they're gonna roll back to their old self. So I'm gonna pick the Eagles here. What about you?
I cannot see the Eagles losing 4 straight in a row.
It's
Giants had some sort of mojo going. Don't expect that to be continuing. I'm gonna go Eagles here, but I hope I'm wrong. Last but not least, we got the best matchup of the week. The Ravens visiting the 49ers. Abrar, who do you have here?
Okay, so before we're doing this episode, I was thinking to myself, who the hell should I pick here? Ravens, 49ers, Ravens, 49ers, Ravens, 49ers. I have to, again, do a little toss-up here. I'm going with the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, he knows how to run with the ball. I know Brock Purdy is amazing with CMC, but I think it's going to be a close game. Maybe 21-20, Ravens. What about you?
Ooh, this is probably the toughest one all year.
Literally.
I'm going to go with the 49ers here. Brock Purdy is an MVP conversation. Ravens defense is very solid. Don't get me wrong. But the fact that Purdy's able to use all of his weapons in a very ideal manner, I think that coupled with playing at home, I just see them taking it over. And I think the cross-country road trip is going to do too much to the Ravens. I'm going to pick the Niners at home. But if this was a neutral site, I would pick the Ravens. But 49ers here at home.
Yeah, if it's like a London game or like a Mexico game, it could be...
Or a Super Bowl.
Oh, maybe. Well, that is our week 16 pickems. How are you feeling about your picks?
I feel great, man. How about you?
I'm feeling great about them too. I'm wondering, man. We only have 2 more weeks for the regular season. We're almost there. We're almost done here, pretty much. We are gonna do the playoffs, but the regular season's almost done. All these games are gonna be over soon.
We need to figure out who gets what as a winner consolation prize.
Yeah. Anyone who's listening, just give us some comments in the Spotify Q&A. Hopefully, you guys have some ideas. We're still thinking. You have any ideas so far?
I'm still thinking like you.
Oh, okay. Hey, we are alike. Well, Willie, man, week 17 is another week, but for now, where can the audience find you on the socials?
They can always find me at the Garden State. The Garden State.
What do you do in the Garden State?
All right, I think we need to end the podcast.
Okay. So, well, of course, you can follow this podcast on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us a like, share, comment, subscribe, all that mumbo jumbo. Until then, bing bong.
Bing bang.